Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Two announcements before I begin this video. First one is, before I post this, before this video, not including this video, I've posted 50 uploads, and so that's really good, and I'm really proud of that. Second, we're very close to 200 subscribers, so let's reach that by the end of this month, hopefully. Second announcement is the fact about I will not be using docs in that blank PDF that I used to use. I will now be using this Word because I got this new update where I can also draw on it, which makes it so much easier because now I don't have to keep switching tabs. So I hope my video quality improves when I do this. And yeah, now let's begin with the topic of the metric system of measurement. If you remember, last video we went over the English system of measurement, and now it's time for the metric system. Let's start with length. So 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter equals 1 decimeter. 10 decimeters equals 1 meter. 10 meters equals 1 decameter, 10 decameters equals 1 hectometer, and 10 hectometers equals 1 kilometer. So as you can see, it would be 10 times 10 to get millimeters to decimeters. You'd keep multiplying 10 until you reach the thing. So if I wanted to find millimeters and decameters, 10 times 10 times 10, all the way here, 4 tens to reach millimeters to decameters. So the common ones in the length of the metric system is millimeters and centimeters. Also the meter and kilometer. Others may be used scarcely, but these ones are most frequent. Now weight. If you remember in the English system, there was also area right after length. There's no area in the metric system because it's going to be the exact same thing of all of these but squared. But in the English system of measurement, the area there was not just everything squared, but it also had a special unit called acres. There's nothing special for the area of the metric system, so I decided not to include that. Now on to weight. 10 milligrams equals 1 centigram. 10 centigrams equals 1 decigram. 10 decigrams equals 1 gram. 10 grams equals 1 decagram. 10 decagrams equals 1 hectogram, and 10 hectograms equals 1 kilogram. Same idea, 10 times 10, you keep multiplying to reach whichever one you want. But the common ones here would be milligrams, not centigrams like how here centimeters, but just gram and kilogram. Now onto capacity. 10 milliliters equals 1 centiliter. 10 centiliters equals 1 deciliter. 10 deciliters equals 1 liter. 10 liters equals 1 deciliter. 10 deciliters equals 1 hectoliter. And 10 hectoliters equals 1 kiloliter. So the common ones will be sort of the same as the weight. There will be milliliters, the normal liter, and kiloliters. So length is special because centimeters, like the centi one, is very common for length, but none of the centigrams or centiliters are common for weight and capacity. Now, one more thing that the English system has, it's time. So after capacity, we went over time in the English system, but there's no special time in the metric system because both systems have the exact same way of telling time. It's usually referred to in the English system. So that's why there's not going to be a separate time section. Now I have these three practice problems. First, you guys should either take a screenshot, take notes on all of these, so you guys can use them for solving these three practice problems. So, pause the video and solve them using the tables shown above, and then I will be going over it. Okay, hopefully you finished solving because you paused them and looked at these tables, because now I will be going over them. So first, length. Penny ran around a 10-meter track multiple times. Her coach tells her in total she ran 10,000 millimeters. How many times did she run around the track? Okay, so first we see that we have 10 meters and 10,000 millimeters, and we want to find how many times did she run around the track. We want to find how many times she ran around the track. Okay, so first we have to find how many meters or how many millimeters are in 1 meter, right? So remember the 10 times 10 times 10 thingy that I taught you guys? So millimeters are here, So we're going to start from this 10. Meters are here. So we are going to multiply 3 tens. Okay, let me make this a little larger to see. So we are going to multiply this 10 and then this. So you can see there's 3 tens. So it would be 10 times 10 times 10. And when you do this, you get 1,000. But remember, the track is 10 meters, right? Pretty large track. So we have to multiply it. This is only equal to 1 meter. So we want to find 10 meters. So 1,000 times 10, and we would get 10,000 millimeters. So the whole track is 10,000 millimeters. And the coach says she ran 10,000 millimeters. So as you can see, 10,000 millimeters equals 10,000 millimeters. If you were to divide these, which is the same thing, you should know when you divide the same thing, you'll get 1. So she only ran around the track 1 time. So this would be our answer. Okay, on to number 2, for weight. Johnny measured his weight on September 1st and found out that he weighed 100 kilograms. He once again weighed himself on September 8th and found out that he now weighed 110 kilograms. Assuming he grew the same amount every day, how many grams did he grow on one day? Okay, so it's asking how many grams he grew on one day. Oh, looks like I'm not on highlighting. So it's asking how many grams he grew on one day. And then we see he first measured on September 1st. And he found out he was 100 kg. Then he measured on September 8th. And found out that he was 110. And now we want to find out how many grams did he grow on one day. So let's first find out how many days we are measuring. So we have the 1st of the September, 2nd, and then we'll go all the way to the 8th. And so it would just be 8 days. So we're measuring for 8 days. Now, how many kilograms did he grow? We would do 110 minus 100, and we would get he grew 10 kilograms in total. So he grew 10 kilograms in all of these 8 days. Now it's asking how many grams he grew on one day. Right, so we want to convert these 10 kgs into grams. So you would have to first find out how many grams he grew on, like how many grams he is in 1 kg. So you see grams are here, and so grams. So 1, 2, 3, so 3 tens, right? So 10 times 10 times 10, and we would get 1,000. Now, we want to find out this 1,000 times 10 because he grew 10 kgs, not 1 kg. So 1,000 times 10 would equal 10,000. Now, we're not done yet because it asks how much in one day. So as you can see, he grew 10,000 grams and he did it for 8 days. So we are going to divide 8 and 10,000. Okay, so first 8 can go into 10 one time. So minus 8 equals 2. Then 0. Alright, I made it too thick, so it's going to take up a lot of space. Okay, now 8 can go into 20 two times, so minus 16 would equal 4. Now we bring down this 0. Minus 40 would equal 0, so it would be 125 now. And then we bring down this last 0, and we can just add a 0 here. So we found out that the answer would be 125 grams. Okay, this would be our answer. Okay, I'm just gonna draw a box here so we know that it's part of this question. Okay, Number 3, the last question. For capacity, Caroline drinks 10 liters of water in 2 days. Assuming this rate stays the same, how many deciliters of water can she drink in 1 week? First, let's highlight the important stuff. So, 10 liters of water in 2 days. So, how many deciliters of water can she drink in a week? So, there's 2 ways to start. How many days are in a week, or how many liters are in a deciliter. Okay, so let's start with how many liters are in a deciliter, right? So we see here that it's just gonna be 110, so we don't really have to multiply, it'll just be that 10 liters equals 1 deciliter, right? Now we want to find out how many deciliters are in 10 liters. Right, and we already see here it's gonna be the same measurement. So she drank 1 deciliter in 2 days. Now we want to find out how many days are in a week. If you remember, in the English system, time will always be the same. And if you remember, there are 7 days in a week. So we should divide 7 in 2 because this is for 2 days. So 7 divided by 2, you would get 3.5. So it would be 3.5 days we were measuring. So we have to multiply 3.5 times this 1 deciliter. So 3.5 times 1 would be equal to 3.5 deciliters. So this would be our answer for the last practice problem. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, so for the next video, we will be going over conversion between the English system and metric system. So if you've been following for the last 2 videos, make sure to check that out because it's, in my opinion, the most complicated because they're 2 different systems. And yeah, that's all for this video.